and I would like to share to you 3 things that will make your meetings faster. Hi everybody, hello vlog. How is everybody? I was supposed to do an earlier vlog, but apparently my schedule could not permit. I was of course since it's a Monday, June 11th by the way. Since a Monday, I always go to the Inhim office for the Inhim property meeting at 10 a.m. Apparently I got late, so my vlog, which was supposedly started morning, ended up being right now afternoon. It's already 3 o'clock, and a lot of things happened already. So I was able to do the discussion with my Inhim property team. Of course, with able to talk also with the admin staff of the Inhim Media. Then after that, I had to go to a bank to withdraw some money because one of my accounts is in a passbook. I don't that's my personal choice, because I don't want for me to easily withdraw the money for that certain account so that I'll be able to really save. So that's one of the strategies that you can follow if you want to save money. So I had to go to the branch, bring my passbook, and of course execute my signature. Anyway, today is a very, very wonderful day, and I would like to share to you 3 things that will make your meetings faster. So meetings for me is very important, because meetings consist of coordination, focus, where you're trying to go, what you're trying to achieve, and where are you in your goal. And whether it's a client meeting or it's a business meeting or your team meeting, you have to have regular meetings to coordinate with each other and to follow through what you have planned, what you have discussed. So my first advice would be, have an agenda pre-hand. A lot of the meetings that I observe, I really observe, whether it's in community, in our community, whether it's in business, in the startup industry, in the, well, most cases in the startup industry, it's very organized. So kudos to those who are in the startup. Very important that when you go to the room, there's already a set of agendas that you want to achieve, or you as a person, if you're if that's a personal appointment for a client, for example, or if you're in the insurance industry, you're trying to close somebody, you're trying to educate somebody in the financial industry, you should have an agenda pre-hand. Of course, your agenda would mainly be to, I don't know, most salespeople would say, I'll be able to sell. But one of the agendas that you would want to set is, of course, to educate your client. So let's just say that's one of your agendas. So you write it down, and when you say educate, then what kind of question or need will the client be able to answer after your meeting, or if it's a team, what kind of answer that you want answered after the meeting. Very important. Number 2 for me would be, make sure you are meeting the decision makers. A lot of times we have meetings with we call them the gatekeepers, like the security guards, the admin staff, the executive secretary, the wife or the husband, who's not actually the decision maker. So very important, when you meet and you want to have productive meetings, you have to meet the decision maker himself or herself, because right there and then you can decide on the next step that you want to take. For example, let me go back to the financial advisor example. For example, you're out having an appointment with a client, then you're having an appointment with a wife. You're discussing the plan. Let's say it's a life insurance. You're trying to discuss the benefits. You're selling to the person on need basis. You are doing your best on catching his emotions or her emotions, but that her emotions because you're talking to the wife, but at the end of your conversation you find out that, oops, I have to ask my husband. So apparently the wife is not the real decision maker. So you want to have a meeting with the people who are decision makers, because if they're not decision makers, then in most cases, I'm not saying that every time, you are actually wasting time. You are not being productive with your time, therefore it can cost you money. So make sure that you meet with people who are decision makers. For example, when we had a meeting this morning with Inhim Property, I was meeting the team. The team that was working on the business are also the board. So anytime when we come up with solutions, we can decide right away there and then. We can schedule right away other options or other appointments that will help that decision stronger, or that will enable the decision or that plan. Okay, so make sure, number 2, to meet with decision makers. So my third and final tip for productive meetings is to always have a monitoring, it's a bit loud, to have a monitoring and have a results checking either the day after, or ideally in the evening after you're working. Part of your journal, or before you sleep, part of your planning is to check the results of your meeting. What are the things that need to be done? Who are the people accountable? And to really be able to pinpoint what results you need or what actions you need to do for that meeting to be very effective, for that meeting not to be wasted. Again, my top 3 productive ways for a meeting. Okay?